Hello everybody, my name is Tasmyn. Welcome back to my channel TeaBooksAndTazmyn, and today I have yet another book haul for you guys. At the time of filming, the last video that I uploaded was a book haul, and it's coming up to Christmas, and Waterstone's 50% off hardback sale is immediately after Christmas. Oh god, if this isn't the last book haul of the year, I must be stopped. As you saw from the thumbnail, I have a lot of very beautiful special editions to get through, but they are very heavy, so I'm gonna chuck them on the floor and deal with everything else first. The first book that I'm gonna talk about is Clyde Manestra's Bind by Susan C. Wilson. This is suddenly very, very high up my TBR. I bought it because I've been very interested in Clyde Manestra for a very long time. I saw a production of Electra starring Kristen Scott Thomas as Electra in Sick Form or something like that, and I've always felt like Clyde Manestra deserves justice. She deserves better. Why does everyone hate her? Why is she the villain of the story? She's literally committed murder, but she's done nothing wrong. I just read House of Names by Colin Toybin, which is another retelling of this same story, with Erica from Moan Inc. A video of us discussing that will be going up on her YouTube channel soon, and after reading that, I'm like, yeah, bitch, Clyde Manestra. Clyde Manestra. And so this is right up there. Beginning of 2024, let's go. Erica has also read this, and she really, really liked it. She said, I'll read you the blurb in a second, but she said that in terms of Clyde Manestra's story being retold, this focuses a lot more on kind of the child psychology and how the children of the same parents can still have very, very different upbringings because of the relationship they individually have with each parent, which is fascinating to me. Placing one of Greek mythology's most reviled figures at the heart of the story, a woman who challenged the absolute power of men. This is a fiery tale of power, family rivalry, and a mother's burning love. See, it's literally, everything that she did was for the love of her children. And you're telling me that she's like mythology's most reviled figure. Absolute outrage. The house of Atreus is spiraling into self-destruction. A woman must find a way to break the family curse. Queen Clyde Manestra's world shatters when Agamemnon, a rival to the throne of Mycenae, storms her palace, destroys her family, and claims not only the throne, but Clyde Manestra herself. Tormented by her loss, she vows to do all she can to protect the children born from her unhappy marriage to Agamemnon. But when her husband casts his ruthless gaze towards the wealthy citadel of Troy, his ambitions threaten to once more destroy the family Clyde Manestra loves. This bitch deserves so much more. I kind of need it now. If it wasn't for the fact that I have quite a strict December TBR that I need to get through. Oh, actually, just because it's relevant, this one isn't a new book, but I got this book of Clyde Manestra in a beautiful Waterstones exclusive edition that apparently is, according to Erica, exactly what she thinks I will want, because it's just a rage-filled retelling of Clyde Manestra's story. So both of them are probably gonna get read in January. Next up, I have the paperback of Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I saw this on Depop, so I figured I'd get this because it was only a $5, and I'm listening to the audiobook. I'm about a third of the way through the audiobook, and I'm just not vibing with it. Is it the narrator's fault? I don't know. The thing is, when you record an audiobook, like, I feel like the narrator is a good actor. You don't have a director. It's just you in the booth reading a book, and I feel like with something of this scope, it needs a director. And so, like, I don't blame the narrator at all. It's kind of just, unfortunately, the way that audiobooks are made that I feel like is doing the story disservice. Because everyone loves it, and I'm just not vibing with it. I've got like a good chunk of the way through, like maybe a quarter or a third-ish of the way through. I don't care. I don't care. And I want to care so much. So I bought a physical copy. I have it in hardback somewhere up there, but like, I'm not gonna read this in a hardback. Are you kidding me? So I got this secondhand, and hopefully I will finish it sometime next year. Hopefully it will be 5 stars, because if it's not, if you guys have been lying to me. The next book is one of my favorite books that I read on Kindle, and I love it so much that I'm buying all of them in this series physically. In my last book haul, I bought the first book, and this is the second book in publication order. Blah, blah, blah. That's a whole other thing. I finally got The Demon's Bargain by Katie Roberts. This is my favorite book in the series. It's just so beautiful. Look at them. It's just, ugh. This series are kind of like companion books. They're not sequels, if that makes sense, but I do recommend reading them in publication order. This one, we follow Lenora, and she has accidentally let her guard down, and something very important to her and her family has been stolen. She calls upon the non-binary demon Ramanu for their help, and they're like, okay, if you agree to do this. And she's like, no, that's a are you kidding me? No, that's stupid. And she just says no, and that's the end of the story. No, Ramanu does then still go and help Lenora, and they gradually start developing feelings for each other. I love this book. I love this book so much, and I'm so happy that I have a physical copy now. I forgot to say at the beginning of the video, I usually mention what tea I'm drinking. I'm using a mug that I'm pretty sure you guys have seen before. I got it from a little seaside town in Edinburgh, and it's one of my favorite things. It's just stunning. I actually got something by this artist, another mug by this artist for Jess's mum. And this tea is the green tea with mandarin, and it's from Fortnum and Mason's because I was being a bougie bitch. I drink a lot of green tea, so it's nice to have some fun little surprises. The next book I got in Treadwell's, which is a witchcraft and occulty bookshop in Fitzrovia in London. I went there with Anna James, and she bought about 23 books. I don't know. No, like 6, I think. And I'm usually, when I go to bookshops with friends, I'm the one that buys 6 books. So I felt so vindicated that it was the other way around this time. This is Folk Magic and Healing, An Unusual History of Everyday Plants by Fez Inkwright. I love things to do with herbal magic and kind of historical medicinal properties that people would have used, like in the days of burning witches. What were the local healers using in their potions and things like that? And I love thinking about, especially from my Chinese heritage, where we still use a lot of, Chinese medicine, you know, it's all from nature, it's all from the earth. And this is beautifully illustrated. Oh, I didn't even look at the end pages specifically, holy crap. I'm just gonna go like that, and then you'll see some stuff. I'm sure you can get a vibe. Oh, that was a very pretty pack. Ooh! Willows are my favourite tree. Since before Taylor Swift, thank you, there was a willow tree near where I grew up, and I used to sit under it and pretend I was a princess. The next book I have is an arc of an indie published book. Indie published? I think that can be used synonymously with self-published. Anyway, this is a self-published book that's coming out next year that I'm very, very excited about. The main character is Arrow Ace, and it is Fallen Thorns by Harvey Baxter, who is such a delightful human being. Let me read you the blurb. A great death is in the air. Arlo was lost. He thought he had everything figured out. Go to university, fall in love, get a job, but life doesn't always work out like that. And before he has a chance to figure it out, he dies. In the space of a night, Arlo is plunged into a world of blood and immorality and finds a group of people who swear to always have his back. Dying is never easy, and they promise him eternal safety. But something is after him, something no one could have ever predicted. He craves to figure out his purpose before he falls into something he can never come back from. This is an arc, as I mentioned, but already it's so beautiful. The detail going into all of this. Look at that. Arlo's done all of the Arlo? Harvey has done all of the illustrations themselves. They did the cover and this as well. I'm gonna leave all of Harvey's links down below, so you should go and just tell them that they're amazing. Look at it! This is gonna be one of the books that I read in the new year. Another book that Jess brought back from America for me was the US cover of Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldry. This is, of course, the ever-anticipated prequel to Legends and Lattes. I read that back in October, I think, and I loved it. And a friend from the States previously bought me the US paperback because I just love the illustrated cover. And so when Jess went, I asked her to get me this as well so it can match, and it's just gorgeous. And it's got deckled edges. And then the special edition that I got of this is, it's published in the UK. This is by The Broken Binding, and it's got the same cover, but it's in hardback, and it's got these beautiful, beautiful sprayed edges. And nakey, it looks like this. So it's got the spine of the UK design, and on the inside it has the main illustration, and it is also signed. So gorgeous, it just feels so nice. Okay, the final book before I get onto the other special editions. I don't think it's a special edition, but it's so stunning that it almost feels like it should be. And this is The Hurricane Wars by Thea Guanzon. I didn't realize until I bought it that these are 2 people. Isn't it just beautiful? And then the back has some beautiful buildings there too. The Night Empire casts a long shadow over the land. Nothing can stand in the way of its might and power. Year by year, the hurricane wars take, and yet there is hope in the darkness. One lone light stands against the empire. Oh, and it's Raylo fanfiction. The end pages are a coloured map, which is just my absolute favourite. I love a coloured in map. And then nakey. This is too pretty. This is too pretty to be normal, right? We've got, I think, is that a Pegasus? Oh no. I don't know what creature this is. It's like a horse's body with a lion's head and wings. And the way that it's designed makes it look like it might have scales on the body. That's stunning. And then on the front is what I believe is a phoenix. I'm gonna be buddy reading this with my friend in January. I might vlog reading it and we'll probably do like a live show or something discussing it as well. This is Impossible Creatures by Catherine Rundell. This is the Waterstones and Foils exclusive edition. This has won Waterstones Children's Book of the Year. I now run a middle grade book club and this is gonna be one of the choices for next year. I need to figure out which month it's gonna be. I'm kind of doing months by like vibes and stuff, and also potentially to look at new releases too, but I very much created it to go through kind of like my back catalogue of books that I already own. It's a middle grade book. It's got dragons. I have not read the blurb and I'm not going to. I was considering reading the blurb for you then, but actually I think I'd like to go into this knowing absolutely nothing at all because I've been told that her writing is absolutely once in a generation. Philip Pullman loves her, Neil Gaiman loves her, Michael Morpurgo loves her. Sold. My battery's about to die, let's see if I can do it. I got this special edition of a book that I think is self-published in the Pages and Wick bi-monthly book subscription box. They have a book and a candle, and actually the one that's lit right now came in the box. It smells absolutely incredible. And this is a location in this book. This is The Sword of Kayn by M.L. Wang. It is the chonkiest fantasy. Absolutely, I saw this and I was like, it's an EC author. It's got a stunning special edition. I signed up to become a subscriber so that I could get this. This is the cover, and here is the back. Oh, there's more stuff I forgot to show you. The end pages. I think this is my favorite. I think I like the back more. And it's also signed and using a traditional Asian name stamp too. Oh, should I read a blurb? A mother struggling to repress her violent past, a son struggling to grasp his violent future, a father blind to the danger that threatens them all. When the winds of war reach their peninsula, will the Matsuda family have the strength to defend their empire, or will they tear each other apart before the true enemies even reach their shores? I feel like they probably will. I have 2 more special editions, but I also realized there are 2 other books that I forgot about because I literally bought them 2 days ago. And they are Make You Mine This Christmas by Lizzie Huxley Jones. Why did I have to think about their name? They're one of my friends. And also The Christmas Swap by Talia Samuels. I went to an event called Yuletide Gay at the Common Press, which I've talked about on my TikTok, where these 2 wonderful authors were interviewed by Lily Linden, who is another friend of mine, who is another sapphic rom-com author. These are both sapphic, fake dating, Christmas rom-coms. What was in the air? What happened? And more importantly, what have they done that's different? I'm very, very intrigued. I am gonna read both of them and I'm probably gonna do a little reading vlog for both of them too. So you should like go check out my TikTok and stuff because it'll probably be over there. And I'm very excited about them both. And they're both really just like gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, incredible, intelligent, stunning people. So check out both of their socials down below. The penultimate book is The Art of Destiny by Wesley Chu. This is book 2 in the War Arts saga. Wesley is another EC author. Have I read book 1? No. Did I have to buy it immediately because I want to support EC artists? Yes, obviously. This cover reminds me a lot of, there's a Brandon Sanderson one that came out recently that's apparently very good. Here we go. Kind of similar styles. And this is the beautiful exclusive sprayed edge. It's very different to the sprayed edge of book 1. They don't match at all. And I am annoyed about that fact. They are both beautiful, but they're so different. They don't look like they're in the same series, and that bothers me. Anyway, it's book 2, so I'm not gonna read you the blurb, but here is a summary of book 1. And finally, another EC author. Who would have thought? This is the Fairy Loot exclusive edition of The Scarlet Alchemist by Kylie Lee Baker. I mentioned this, the normal edition, in the book haul that I uploaded like 2 days ago. But when I saw that there was a Fairy Loot exclusive edition, I went straight to Depop and I found one straight away. It was either like 15 or 20 quid. And I'm so, so happy with this. Absolutely gorgeous. All the way around, top and bottom. This is it, nakey. And the spine. End pages, look at their little faces. It's just so stunning. And more pretty end pages. It makes me so nostalgic. I was meant to go back to China in the last couple of months, and then something came up so I wasn't able to, but I'll be going back for Lunar New Year next year, and I just fucking miss it so much. It pains me. But I have this to keep me company in the meantime. Look at that. Incredible. Oh, and the little skull. How naughty. I read the blurb for this in the last video, but this is another video. So I guess I'm gonna read it to you again. The principal rule of alchemy: you cannot create good without also creating evil. Jilan dreams of becoming a royal alchemist, escaping her impoverished village in southern China to make alchemical gold for the wealthy so they can stay young forever. But for now, she scrapes a living practicing an illegal form of alchemy, resurrecting the dead for a price. Very long blurb, kind of potentially spoilery, not gonna read any more of the blurb. Oh my god. The author is Chinese, Japanese, and Irish, so ticking so many boxes. Oh, this author wrote The Keeper of the Night. Oh, that's really beautiful because that one is focusing in Japanese history. Is it a historical? Yeah, it's a Japanese historical fantasy. And this is a Chinese historical fantasy because the author's mixed and they're doing all of the things. And that's really lovely. And that is the final book. We've done it. We did it. We did the thing. There's the pile. Thank you. Thank you all for your love and support. They're all so pretty and I love them all dearly. I definitely don't have any favorites. Thank you all for watching. I hope you're all well. Happy holidays and just like stay cool. If you have got this far, do the little genie emoji. Any gender of genie will do. I'll see you all soon.